Infinite love to all of you good people, and welcome to our new video. For today, let us inquire into our words. So, what are the words? Our everyday life is completely taken over by our words and the things that we are talking about. There is nothing in this world that we don't describe in this world. In a manner of speaking, our thoughts are our words, and the words are thoughts. And these thoughts, as explained in previous videos, are coming from time. So every word is limited. I would argue that one of the greatest achievements of our civilization is using language, using words. And these words allow us as a civilization to progress and to become this what we are today. But also it has taken that is really important to us, and that is being present, being now. And this has shifted our whole civilization in the other direction, in the direction of ego. So how or what is the connection between words and ego? Well, for start, every word is limited, because when you say something, let's say for example, I have a cat here, and I look at that cat and it's beautiful and I could watch it like for hours. But as soon as in the word, in the mind comes, oh, it's a cat. You have generalized that cat, you have put it in a context, and your brain is suddenly bored with the cat and it wants something else, maybe to watch some other tree. For same example, let's say we watch a beautiful tree, the big branches, and you say, oh my god, this tree is so huge and beautiful. And these are also words that have a meaning to us. But as soon as you say, let's say for example, it's an oak tree, it's not anymore interesting. You have taken everything from that, you have generalized it and put it in a context. And this context is a word. So for every word that we have in our head, we have a meaning for it. It is like watching in a mirror. If you have a mirror and you watch that mirror, it's not you, it's your inverted picture. It's the same with the word. When you want to explain something and say something, you have to invert it. You have to give meaning to a word, and this word will transfer that meaning. Its analogy is almost same when looking at a mirror. And this mirror is represent our words. So, how do we explain anything in our world without using words? And there comes the fundamental problems of all the teachings in our world. Everything that everybody and anyone has said to you is just a word. No matter how beautiful, no matter how cynical, or everything is just a word. And this word doesn't have a meaning to you. You can create the meaning inside your head. You can fantasize, even go to extreme measures and say you have achieved something, you have seen something, but it's all just a word inside your head. What you have to do is find one solution in your whole life that can bring about change, complete change in you. And that solution is easier and also heavier. That solution is to be completely present, to watch, to observe, without a word in your head. Practice it. Practice is also a word that has a negative meaning, and people, when they hear practice, it brings us something that they have to do all the time. Same thing is with mantra. The mantra is something for common people to repeat, to listen some word that they should use and observe. But mantra has completely different meaning. It means to watch, to observe without an ego. So, every time that you watch and observe something, try not to use only one sense. For example, if you are watching a tree or a cat or a bird, do not just watch it with the eyes, because if you watch it with only one sense, the observer is always there, the one who will say the word in your head, the thought, oh, I like that, I hate that, it's a big, it's a small, it's a tree, it's a cat. That is the observer. Instead, be completely attentive to everything that's happening. Use all your attention or your all senses and be completely in presence. Observe with all of your senses. It's most easier to do is like you are listening to someone explaining to you something very interesting. And in that moment, when you are completely listening, you cannot think. You cannot think because you are completely observing and listening to that what that person is speaking, without a words in your head, without changing the meaning in your head and saying I agree or I not agree. You are just listening. And same thing is with being attentive and watching with complete attention. Do not force it. A lot of people want to be all the time attentive. And why would you want to be all the time attentive? It's not possible. It's all the time. When you always want to be attentive, that's just being again in a time. That's all. Controller is there, and he wants to be attentive. Instead, just relax. Let everything go. And in time, I'm using the word in time because that which you are, when you realize, without observer, it's already perfect. You cannot improve it. But there's a cluttering of thoughts, of ideas, of programming in our head that are constantly working behind. And this is what needs time to be stripped, to be removed. And it can only be done with one solution, and that is completely observing. So, I hope you liked this video and it helped you. Try it for yourself, as I always say. Do not take my word or any word or anyone in this world. Just do it for yourself and try it, and you'll see the result. Thank you one more for watching. Please like, share, and until our next time, infinite love to all of you beautiful people.